Oh my god, hi. It's us. Everybody
We
talk.
are
Hi.
Livington. We're Livington.
Bunch of talkers. Any talkers in
Hello.
chat?
I don't want to talk.
I get it. Hi, welcome to season
I
9.
want them.
We got 3 rounds of drafts, and we're gonna look at them. We're gonna go, that's dumb, or that's based.
Or
We have a soundboard, so we might do that too. Yeah.
but sparingly. I'll try not to.
And then I'll make a little joke. I'll go, pew, pew.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
all weak, baby. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're pulled up. We're
All
gonna
right.
talk about the.
Season 9 of the Pokemon Commuter Lounge League. We have 2 divisions, not 4. We got Pokemon Red and
Yeah,
Pokemon Blue.
no, we have
And even
Shimon and Shaboing.
they're not so much. And even though Blastoise is better than Charizard, I
True.
settled on Pokemon Red version because I love my sister Nigeria.
Period.
And if I didn't, she.
If I didn't, you're going to be in the league.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're gonna SDIRL.
Alternative.
Ideally not.
Alternatively.
Okay. Red division first. Okay.
Yeah,
Are we ready?
yeah.
How ready are we?
Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so excited. Okay, Anthony. We got
We are
Lando
on
T.
Anthony,
We got
aka and Thought.
Azumarill. We got Chinchino.
Those are Pokemon.
I mean, Lando be like.
I like that.
Oh god. I know.
Is
Too loud. Too loud. Too loud.
what?
Okay. the soundboard went so hard. I'm sorry. Anyway.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear that either.
I didn't hear it.
Oh well, it's
Swag.
happening on mine so that everyone else heard it. So-
Okay. I like that Azumarill is a fat water type that could take ice type attacks aimed at Landorus. I think Landorus is broken and not broken, but like slappable on most every team.
Yeah, Lando's definitely
It's a
slightly less
good,
broken
good,
now.
good first pick. But
got
I think
the
it's a good
blue.
Terra guy. I think it's a good not Terra guy. You can do whatever the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know Chinchino is one Pokemon, so I'm glad they picked it. I think
Chinchino
it's
cute.
swag.
Definitely could have waited, but
It's cute.
if you know you're gonna get it, you might as well. Get
Yeah,
it.
if you don't know what you're gonna get, yeah.
It's adjacent to Ambipom. It's adjacent to Mouse Holds. It just does the thing it's supposed to do. It's not super expensive.
Mm-hmm. Easy to build around Lando. Basically, just kind of steps in and does anything you want it to do around anything else.
Mhm.
Yeah, Azumarill's really good using Terra. I feel like you don't even have to. Most games you're not going to Terra. Lando, 'cause it's already typing's already crazy.
Mhm.
Well,
But,
maybe
like,
though, because
stat-
just because it's the obvious weakness.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but you can either build around that or you can Terra it. But
Mhm.
I think Terra Aqua Jet after a Belly Drum just fucking wrecks house.
Yeah, that Terra's probably the extra little bit of juice, because like you get to +6 after Belly Drum, and you think you're gonna kill everything, but somehow you don't. But the Terra
It also,
gets the rest away.
But I think like Terra Normal Technician Tail Slap might be swag.
Yeah, it might be.
and I think that Anthony has a lot of different paths because, like, yes, Lando T's super stoppable. Azumarill can do a lot of can do a good amount of different things, and Chinchino is really cheap. So Anthony has a lot.
Doesn't have to
play
come
with.
every good game. Yeah,
Yeah,
this isn't like
exactly.
exactly
Doesn't
like
have to
before.
what?
You can't say that.
On live
This is a-
television.
This is a family television show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's hard to like
Yeah.
judge this so far, but like good first two.
I don't have any
and
qualms. Yeah,
Good
yeah, it's
depth
fine.
guy for 3. So
And you have room to buy other expensive dudes because
Mhm.
Chinchino. What
Yeah.
would you put Chinchino in? 100 or
I think it's-
80?
I think it's 80. It's
Yes.
60.
Yeah, I just looked at 60. It's really cheap.
Well, I think it's worse than Ambipom, so
Oh,
that
damn
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worse than the other two guys.
All right, ready to move on.
yep. Okay, Cookie.
She got 3 twinks.
It's true. I really wanted Cleavor, and when we get to mine, we'll show you what I had in mind. But I'm sad. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Cleavor's bow-legged.
Caesar's really scary.
I was also thinking
Pen-
about Sneasler. Fucked up.
Yeah. Cleavor's really good. I think it's definitely worse than Hisuian Samurott,
Yeah.
but it's still good. But you miss a stone axe, it's like, oh, I'm gonna like throw myself off a building.
This seems a
Definitely.
little top heavy, but I think all these Pokemon are great for the price because what Cleavor is what like 140,
Yeah, and so is Zerk,
Um,
I
and
believe.
then Zergatry's one. I hope possibly. I think
Z-
you're right,
yeah,
but I think
they're both 140, and
yeah, what do we
Sneasler
have?
is
Sneasler's 160 or 180.
160, 160.
160.
So I think this is
It's
I
not very
think
top heavy. It's actually slightly less than average, very slightly.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, I think
but
it's just
I
three.
think I think Cookie did find some steals though, like of
Yeah,
our.
Yeah.
I because I think we did a great job tiering. Jim said that. Like I think we were like, wow, there's not a lot of steals here.
yeah. I
Um,
usually like
Cookie's draft is kind of all steals to
even
me.
though like I'm involved in the tiering, I still usually end up like when I actually go to draft, I'm like still like that's my first thought is to go look for things that I think are better than their
Yeah,
price. I
yeah.
really
I
didn't
mean,
find
that's
anything
like the
this
point
time.
too, because like
Mhm.
we want things to get picked. So like if they're too high of a price that we don't think people would, I mean, they're probably still worth the price, but we want them to be picked, like, and then we can evaluate later.
Hmm.
Um,
I think
I think
Sneasler
yeah,
is like really good for hazards, obviously, and you have a really like Hisuian Samurai and Cleavor are like undisputed great hazard setters just because they don't have to waste a turn doing it. Like between like Dire Claw procs and rocks damage,
Yeah.
like you're just gonna like chip everything down.
Sneasler is a terrible time with flying types, and having the most accurate strong rock move in the game that also sets up stealth rocks and circuitry. It's kind of
Hmm.
good.
yeah. And even you don't even need terrain for Sneasel. You can just run normal gem fake out to proc your unburden too.
Yeah,
So
If you want to, I'm a fan of White Herb close combat.
or that yeah. I mean, you have options and like
Mm.
you
But I
also
think
like want
Poison
to
Touch is
SD
good.
or something. Poison touch is good. Like this thing
Dire
honestly
Claw.
has like everything. Like it can do
Yeah,
whatever it wants
it's
basically.
fine.
yeah, this is pretty threatening. I like to see like what the backbone
Yeah.
around it, but like these are threats, so I'm
hmm
scared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need some
Terra
defensive.
Circuitry is
You need
crazy
some
too.
defensive
I don't
pieces
think
in
we.
there to like switch in and out of stuff,
Hmm.
or some screens or something, like because it's kind of HOE. But dude, yeah, it's definitely the works are there.
Don't these guys all get some sort of volt turn because Sneasel gets U turn.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cleaver
yeah, and
gets you
volt
turn. Yeah,
switch.
they all
You
do.
change your universal switch. But, yep, I think it's good.
Yeah,
You can run all these guys scarf.
literally,
These
that's what I was saying.
controls,
Like scarf
yeah.
circuitry, like because your speed
Kind
sucks,
of, kind
but
of owns. Yeah,
also
Scarf
like
Cleaver is probably really good.
Terra circuitry is like Terra scarf circuitry probably like low key like Regieleki 0.75 or some shit.
Yeah, because like the speed is an issue, but if you get set up, like you're screwed.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Gerda.
moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. Devin,
Devin.
Mega Mole, Ndidi, and Glimora.
So I used to think Mega Ball was one of the best Pokemon in the format, but now that Megas cannot terrestrialize, I'm a little bit sussy on it. It's still great,
Yeah,
um, but I think one of the things it does really well is just like kill neutral targets at like 65, 70% health
With
with
Sucker
like
Punch or
Sucker
something.
Punch. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
which
do
is
like subst. Yeah.
which doesn't work with
Um,
Indeedee.
so I mean, obviously you don't have to run NDD every week. It's kind of cheap. But it's just a good Pokemon on its own. But I don't see a lot of synergy there. Glimmer is good on its own, does its thing.
I think Mega
Um,
Mole plus like really good hazard setting is very
it's good.
stressful.
Yeah. I think you definitely. I think Devin should invest in like a spin blocker or something.
Yeah, I'd say because you really want to like Glimora is so
You
ultra
want to get them
in
up
on the
and
hazard
then
game,
vacate
and
the premises.
it does things outside of that, but it doesn't do them super well. So you don't want to end up wasting it by
Hmm
not having good hazard control. So yeah, and like
Yeah.
Defog plus Glimora is really a waste because then you just lose your toxic spikes for nothing. I mean, it
Yeah.
does have Mortal Spin itself, so like that's pretty good.
hmm
I mean, that's like the whole thing about Glamora too, is that like even if Glamora dies and like your hazards disappear, like usually you get something out of it where it gives you some sort of momentum, even if the net result isn't much.
Mhm.
So I think it does its job fine, and I think it's interesting because like in OU, all of the rockers are like ground type physical guys who are always going to proc the T spikes. So I wonder
Mhm.
if it'll be more like matchup dependent, where like rockers might not always need to proc the T spikes or
Well,
whatever.
especially in draft, like, because
Yeah,
it's not ladder. Like, we don't. Because I think what makes Gilmora so is because you know what's going to lead against you, right? They're like, oh, I'm going to lead like one of my two Donphan Paradox guys,
yeah,
and then you can like Earth Power or Energy Ball, and like chip them down, and then you get like free hazards up that bring you your Focus Sash, right? Like, there's a
yeah,
lot of because it's like so set play. Gilmora has a lot of stuff going on, but when it
Yeah.
comes to like facing off against like whatever XYZ shipmon, we'll have to see how it functions.
Mega Mobile also takes really good advantage of the pressure you get from those hazards because you
Mhm.
with toxic spikes plus spikes or whatever is up, like you need to take care of that, and that's the turn that Mega Mobile gets to click a free move even though it's slow.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Swords
same
Dance
same
goes
with
crazy. Yeah.
same with Sneasler with rocks. It's like I mean, Sneasler's really strong, but it's not always gonna get the kill. But just
Hmm.
like dedicated, like really strong hazard setters are always gonna like make those kills way easier.
Ooh. I think
That's a little
Indeedy's really
boring
strong
to
on its
you.
own too for the price. I just think like Specs or Scarf Expanding Force
Yeah.
is pretty strong.
Hmm.
I think it'd be kind of a waste of a move slot, but does Mega Mobile get a Steel Roller?
That's a
Maybe.
good
It's a
question, maybe,
good question.
I think it
but
might be a
I don't
waste
That
of a
would
know.
be that
slot.
would be swag. I ran that. I ran Tapu Lele and Metagross. Or did I something with Steel Roller? Because I had a bunch of priority guys. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, if
I
you
think in
don't need the
draft it's
fourth move,
fun.
like not a bad idea. Just like get rid of it.
I
It
think this
does
mon
not
always
get
wants the
Steel
fourth move.
Roller.
Oh, it
I
depends
also need to
though.
Like,
say
even if it did, I think like
SD
it
Sucker,
wants
Ironhead, Play Rough, you kind of
It's also not
like
the hugest
either.
deal to play around your terrain with this.
Mhm.
Like
yeah.
you have to be careful is all.
All right, I have nothing to say about this. Let's move
Same.
on.
Nittens. We got Skelly. We got
Mittens.
that guy, Grimmsnarl,
Hold on one
and
second, I'm gonna mute.
That
Quavel.
good. Look at all these starters from what game?
Although that's the three starters actually. You don't remember Grimmsnarl was
Yeah,
actually.
that's green. It's a grass type.
Yeah. It's Rilla Boom.
I am
Rilla
back.
Doom.
My father has fixed the toaster.
Yes.
We
Tough.
moved
Yes.
Quav up, right? Pretty
Um,
sure.
This is I like this. I like
I mean, this is scary.
Grimmsnarl setting up screens lets either Skeletor start torch songing or Quavel to start getting its whatever water step move
Yeah,
speed.
it's pretty strong. Like it's not the most obvious picks for screens, but they
Yeah,
definitely make good use of
hmm.
it.
of course.
I think
Skeletor
if
is
you're gonna
not
have
dying.
Skeledirge, you should have a great Pokemon to tank a knockoff, and she does.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
I think having Grimmsnarl to set up screens reliably gives you Torch Song setup, gives you Bulk Up Aqua Step setup,
Yeah,
gives you
Grimmsnarl
some
is
cool
much more
stuff.
than just like a support bot for draft because like it gets like priority bulk up plus like strong moves. It
Hmm.
has a lot of support options. You're almost always gonna have one of them on there, but it can
Hmm.
hang
prankster
on its
now.
own.
Yeah, but I think like even on like a Bulk Up set, you could run T-Wave,
Yeah,
and it's like great team support. I
You
think
for
this is
sure,
pretty solid.
I think this is scary. I definitely foresee a screens into Quick Quavel 6-0
Mm,
sometime this season.
for sure.
sure.
Now that I
Oh
say
yeah.
that, it's not going to happen, but
Get
I don't know what
him.
happened last season. I don't think it was
Mm.
screens, but it just fucking went
You know,
crazy.
I'm gonna say it. Skeledirge, the my favorite fire starter. Quavel, that shit is so ugly.
It's so
Look at his
ugly.
feet. Look at his feet.
I hate the feet. Oh god, they're like little like it's
Oh,
like
you hate the
frog
femininity
legs.
too, don't you?
Yes.
Yes,
I think we
yes.
should boycott Drag Race Mexico.
But nice to
Moving
see
on.
Moving
JK.
on.
Moving on. This is
Moving
a
Oh,
great
on.
trap so far.
Logan,
Whoa,
two-time
Logan.
champion.
championships.
Check out
Look at
these
those
ribbons.
ribbons.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
In
8.
case
Competed
anyone's
in every
curious,
one except season
only
1.
missed the first one.
in case
Yeah.
anyone's curious, the left bit here is like the seasons you've played, like new season 8, etc. And then on the right, if you've won anything, it's there, and if you haven't won anything, well, it's empty, and you deserve it to be empty. Anyway,
Um,
They don't.
Baxcalibur, Arcanine, and Seismitoad seems pretty sick.
This is like
so
it's
we
like
know. I mean,
VGC or something.
Yeah,
we
It's
know
like,
Logan's first pick was Sniped.
oh, do we?
Yes, we do.
well, some of us do. I don't
We
remember
don't have to
anymore.
say what it was. I know what it was,
I don't remember at all. I believe you though.
but
at this
it's a little
point, it's
different than
safe
what
to
they had
say.
before. But I still think Baxcalibur is crazy strong. It can either run. It can run band, SD, DD, and it's gonna get something done no matter when it comes out.
For sure.
Arcanine
Arcanine's
is
pretty
super
solid.
solid.
It's got like Arcanine's got
Very
a lot of
versatile.
tools, like teleport, status moves, physical, special, etc. It's pretty
The fact that it
underrated, I
has
think.
teleport's really, really funny to me. Let's Go
Yeah.
Pikachu and Eevee was a hilarious game.
Yeah,
Um, I don't see anything like crazy going on here, but these are all like value guys.
yeah.
Like
That's yeah.
what's Baxcalibur? Is he 160 or is he like 140?
Probably
Like 160 or 180, probably 160.
You put Bax
See?
at
160.
160.
Arcanine's 120, and Seismitoad is like 80.
Yeah, it's 80.
It's 80?
Wait, Seismitoad's
Yeah.
80?
Oh, you know what? It doesn't have recover or anything. Like
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah,
other
no,
guys do.
yeah.
That's
It was
actually
part of
that's
the
a-
purge
good
when we had to
steal.
add more
It's
things
like
to
a pretty
80.
good 80, yeah.
That's
But
a
it's
really
like
good 80.
I think it just didn't compete with like the water ground types that were above it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what, we have Arcanine at
120.
120?
Hmm.
Wait. Oh yeah, we do. Okay.
I don't know if I'd pay 120 for him.
No, I think the versatility of either like running defensive teleport or banded or like something or just like Terranormal
It
ESP,
can
I
do
think is
so
pretty
many
good.
things for you well enough to consider
Yeah.
it.
Intimidate. What does it get? Flash fire too?
Yeah,
I mean, you already have Bax.
And Logan has done this the past 2 seasons he's won. Like it's always like the drafts
Unassuming.
don't impress me, and then like he wins, and we're like, okay, swag. So
yeah.
Yeah.
This is really good,
but
solid
I mean, these
guys.
are all good guys. Yeah, these are
Getting
fine.
the ones
think,
that
yeah,
he
they're
sees
just
the
good
value
guys
in
for sure.
early. I think this
I
has the
love
making.
Seismitoad.
I mean, I think Baxcalibur is like really, really, really good. I don't think did anyone draft it last year? Last season,
Don't remember.
It might have gotten dropped.
maybe.
I feel like that
Yeah.
might have happened.
I think
Yeah.
it is a pretty big super threat.
It's a super threat. It's just hard because of the speed tier. It's like really hard. Like it comes in, it kills something most times, and then it just dies.
Yeah,
Unless you
I mean it gets
have
DD
like some
right and skill
crazy
shot or
Terra.
whatever.
Yeah, does it get skill? I don't think it gets skill shot, does it?
Well, it has ways
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
speed
I mean
up.
it's still yeah.
No, I get you're right, but definitely like not
Dude,
crippled by
do
it,
any
though.
Gen 9 Pokemon get skill shot?
I think they added it. I don't know. I ain't looking that shit up. Yeah, this is solid picks.
Only Roaring Moon gets skill shot in Gen 9.
Well, this is
Which
Roaring
is
Moon,
kind
so
of
perfect.
which is kind of awesome. Are we
Yeah.
good to move on?
Yeah, solid picks. I don't really have a sense of identity yet, but you don't have to necessarily yet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you winner
Me.
of the winner of
That
two?
sucks.
This is crap.
Wow, someone didn't
What
play
season did I
season
miss?
6.
Six? Oh, I did play season
Embarrassing.
6. I just won 4 and 5. I had to give him a chance. I had to give
True.
Logan a chance.
All
So
right,
he
why don't you
took
tell
it.
us about your team?
I don't want to
Cyclops should
like give my
probably be
game plans
banned.
away like too much. It's like, well, right, yes and no. I was like, right, we should probably run that, and but you were one of the people who was like, well, it's a support card. It enables.
Yeah, no, like
You're
I don't
spending
actually think it
200
should be,
points
but it's ban worthy.
on. It is, yeah, potentially ban worthy. I think the playstyle is very.
Like the
And I think
argument
it's
is
gonna
really
be.
you have to spend 200 on the guy that enables your other guys, so it like, takes away from what else you can get.
Mhm.
We'll see if that holds up.
Right. Gyarados is a solid staple guy that I haven't gotten to draft yet. I've used like a lot of Gen 1 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Intim, Moxie, crazy guy with a sub up comes in, takes a hit. Um, there's not going to be any like bolt beam. Which Pokemon is he going into shenanigans? Because he'll be behind a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And really
hopefully,
likely to live
potentially.
a hit, for the sub to live a hit through like Intim and just natural bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what it is. If it's like a CC, yeah, maybe. Um, and I mean that means I can't get burned, Thunder Wave on the Switch, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a free Dragon Dance, then you kind of go. Uh,
Both guys take really good advantage of the sub
yeah,
in this
I
early
think both
game.
these guys do spectacular
I think this is
with
going to
Cyclizar
terrorize a little
support.
bit.
Um, what did you say?
I think it's going to terrorize a little bit. Like
The
looking
team?
at this, like you didn't really have to spend a lot to find mons that
No.
are going to be demons with
I mean,
Cyclizar
I have a
support.
200 and a 180, so like
Yeah,
it's like top endy, but Gyarados is only a 140, and I'm not getting anything more expensive from there on.
yeah.
Um, and I really like Iron Moth. I like its design. I think it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
have
really
a
enjoyed
shiny
it.
one for real. I shiny hunted it for hours because it's hard to see in the game.
Yeah.
And it's super swag and it's with fiery dance, 140 special attack and 110 base speed, and it terra grasses and energy balls you and does all that stuff. Um, good with specs, good with scarf, good with booster, good with boots, whatever. I'm pretty happy with it. I have
Yeah.
plans moving forward that
I
I won't
definitely think this
reveal
is one
yet.
of the better three pieces so far. You don't really get a good sense about full drafts obviously yet, because like not
Hmm.
everybody's looking to fill out their main core strategy in these first 3 rounds. Like sometimes I don't do that
Right.
either, where I'm like, let me get the things I know I want that are like at a
Hmm.
value I think is like extra worth it, and then like figure it out later. But this is stressful. But I'm not in your division, so who
That
cares? I don't
makes me
care.
feel good.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
Um,
All right.
all right. Enough about you. Now about you.
Uh,
Oh my God. You have a
so
team. You're
The
just doing what you
girl
did
that
last
put
season,
this
but
whole
instead of terrain,
thing
you're doing sun.
together.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just decided to abuse the new stuff, have fun with the new toys. So last season I went all electric terrain, Tapu Koko, got a ban. I
Almost
mean, should have been
won.
banned, but
Then we banned
almost
Coco because we
won.
hate
Lost to
you.
Logan for a second time. Both of those two chips could have been mine. I'm just gonna drag them over now.
We banned Coco because you're
But,
just not that bitch.
mhm.
Sorry.
But now we're gonna ban Torkoal. No, just kidding. But
Yep.
We're not.
I was like looking at what there is, and I was like, Walking Away seems really cool. And since I have
Yeah.
first pick, I can like guarantee it. I don't think anyone will take Torkoal by then if Walking Wake's gone. So I was like, let's just have fun and abuse Sun this time.
And also, we have access to everyone's picks, so you just could have cheated if not. Simple.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
ooh,
yes, yes,
someone's
yes,
gonna take it.
yes.
I didn't really pick that. Oh, I didn't really do that.
Ooh,
That didn't happen. Walking Wake was first picked, to
No.
be
No,
clear.
it was. No, we didn't actually
Um,
cheat.
it
Yeah,
definitely was first picked
I
by
waited till
NGS,
someone
so
asked for it, and
I
then I
think I
said,
want Walking
"No,
Wake.
I want
Yeah.
it."
I
I
love
think Walking
Slither.
Awake is really strong in
Yeah.
Sun with like you could Terrifier,
Yeah.
whatever.
You can do
We
whatever the
put
hell
it at
you want with
180.
that
Like,
guy.
I'm not sure if that was maybe slightly low, but we kind of go with the idea that like a lot of these guys are only amazing and unlocked when you have like the weather or the terrain for it, and so we tend to just raise the price of the terrain and weather setters way past what they're actually worth on their
Yeah,
own,
180
and
for
then let
Torkoal.
everyone else exist a little lower.
180 for Torkoal was a lot. Honestly, if
Portal's
someone
180.
Turtle's
no,
180?
sorry, 160,
Yeah, I
160.
was gonna say
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
holy shit.
However,
That's
if
still kind of crazy.
Torkoal was taken, I 100% was drafting Vulpix as a 40 to be my fire cutter. I was not going for
And then going
149
super top
heal.
heavy, you could just
Yeah, no, I
you
was
just be
gonna
like
probably
Great
get like
Tusk and
That'd
like
be so
exactly.
funny. Oh my
I
I'm
would have
god.
went
glad you
like
didn't have
crazy
to,
top
because that
heavy.
would have sucked. I'm sorry. You're getting
Oh, it
sun up
probably would
once and
have.
then it's dead.
no,
Yeah,
it's sick. What are you talking about? It's swag.
Just get nine tails at least.
Um,
Shit.
no way.
and then
Slitherwing's
Slitherwing is like,
interesting. It gets first impression, right?
I
yeah,
think Slitherings are really cool. He's like a little slow, but
gets
like,
made up for, right?
What is
Yeah.
it? 85?
It's
And
like
like
85,
there's
which is it's
chlorophyll
also
guys.
max caliber.
There's
It's
definitely
81.
chlorophyll guys in your
81.
future.
Oh,
So like
it's a little slower. It's a little slower.
That's faster than D-Knight.
like Nick's not walking out of this draft without like 1 or 2 chlorophyll users. So that
Oh,
probably
for
doesn't
sure.
change.
Right.
You
I
you don't
mean,
just do
what?
this and then
No.
It's faster than the
no,
Hoopa
that is not
Unknown.
a secret. That is like, you ain't no alien biologics. Come
No.
on.
Obviously,
Actually,
pick a chlorophyll mon, but probably not too much else to benefit from sun because I don't want to like go too sun heavy.
Yeah, it's
Mm,
hard.
actually,
Sometimes you don't
actually,
want to
Nick
put
is
it all
gonna
in one
actually Nick
basket.
is going to dual weather rain and sun, and it's gonna be a mix
I'm
of
actually
everything.
drafting one of each weather
I
starting.
think somebody
In
I think somebody
PFL,
is
yeah.
doing that though.
And Lebo did that in PFL and won with that shit, so it worked.
I think
It's a nightmare to
I
prep
don't
for.
think it's bad to draft 2 weathers.
I think 2 is fine.
It was like a
but
No,
like,
two-piece
no,
core
it's
for
silly.
each.
It's silly. It's cool.
3 or 4, I'm like, you should kill yourself now.
You can't say that.
Well,
Can't say
when I
that much.
started the stream, I pushed the button that said it's not for children, so it's fine.
Not for
Swag.
children.
I'm ready to move on. I think this team is good
Thank
though.
God we're moving on. No, this is sick. How about you, Max? We'll put
Yeah,
y'all
I
in the
really,
same division.
I totally sniped Sandy Shocks from Ninkata because that shit I think is kind of crazy.
This is
I think it's
another
good
mod I
value.
really could have used, but I was not getting it round 1, so
I am so Showdown Live pilled that I really think this guy can just like he gets something done, and I like guys that just get something done.
I love
Set
this
up a
picture of
thing.
him. It looks
This
so
picture
sick.
he looks
guy's
so much
crazy.
better in this picture than
Way
in
better,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
can
looks like
actually
shit
see
in
it.
game
Like
comparatively.
when you're in game and like the sun makes it so like it's just like a shiny glowing blob.
Yeah,
He's metal as fuck, dude.
I think he's a really solid pick for the price. I kind of want to just piggyback off that with Hydreigon, like a Volt Switch, U-turn, Volt Turn
Yeah.
guy who I've never used Hydreigon. I think even like Showdown, like I'm like, you know what, fuck it, we'll ball. So because he can plot, he can just run the choice item. Defog bulky is pretty good too, and you just sit there and you spam Draco Meteor, and if not, you know, whatever. So I think he's really good.
Yeah. Max, can I be real with you for
He
a
is
moment?
big
Can I
knockout
be
good.
vulnerable? This team is giving Monster Energy drink.
Monster Energy drink.
That crap. It's kind of giving me Monster High, actually.
You know, I've never had a sip of an energy drink in my entire life.
Me? Actually, I have, but I don't like them. Jake is like,
Kinda
Steve
want-
has energy drinks, and I'm like, shut up.
No, I actually really like all 3 of these guys. I love Cerulege.
True Edge is so cool.
He's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited because I thought I was saying this before in a different chat, but I thought a Bitter Blade was like Drain Punch 75 base power. No, it's
80,
90.
right?
No, it's
Yeah,
90.
No, it's big time.
I
Pretty
mean,
good.
Fire isn't like the best offensive typing in the world, but
It's really good. I think
it's good. It's
Fire Ghost is
fantastic.
perfect.
Because
Like,
Ghost
you're
is
fine.
great too.
and it's like a pseudo
Um,
spin blocker, like if I
yeah.
want it to be, and like you know you can.
And
It's a
you
setup
you
guy.
got one of the guys that could resist both of them. You're set.
Yeah, I think this is. I'm pretty happy with these guys, and I think if I get my 4th pick, I'm super chilling. But we'll see.
Yeah, these are a bunch of threats. Definitely want to see how you fill it out, but I'm super down with this team. Shimon. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Get out of here. All right, Lily.
This is the strangest fairy dragon steel.
This is the blunt. Like,
Just
blunt
the-
rotation.
Well, okay, so I think Enamorus is
Blunt rotation?
fantastic.
Come on now.
I think Enamorus is fantastic. I think Angel Slash is really cool. I like those guys together. I'm kind of a Mega Sceptile sleeper. How
Didn't we
expensive
get
is it?
something?
Yeah, we dropped
he's
it, so-
fast though. He's so fast.
He's pretty fast, but he
I
can't.
think we dropped. I don't remember where, but we dropped it to a level where I now think it's like super desirable where it's at.
Yeah, that's
Mega
good.
Subtile is was
Oh, it's 100. That's a really good deal.
Mhm.
that is like
Oh, it's 100.
crazy. It's 145 special attack and speed.
Like it doesn't
It's
you
pretty
really
good.
get to make really good use of that usually. Like it's good. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but like you're
I don't know.
clicking leaf storms.
Yeah,
so, like,
typing is just bad.
It
But
can be
every-
rough.
But
um,
every time I fight it, I'm like, oh god, this outspeeds like most of my things.
It might have
Mhm.
just been like a team thing. 'Cause
Everything.
I've had it before, and I found like it's just so many matchups where it was just like It was okay, but like it was like 120 or something at the time, and
Mm.
I'm like, ugh.
No, at 100 points, it's
I
really
think yeah, I think that's
really
great.
valuable. But are you
No, I
right?
mean the speed
Right.
tier is a
Right.
huge deal, and I think that's a
Mm.
good pickup here. I like an Amorous a lot. I
Yeah.
had it last season, but I dropped it when I like changed my whole team. I
Mm.
didn't really like it at
Aegis,
200. 180 probably makes more sense.
Aegis Slash gonna take a
I
lot of ice beams to the face.
I
Mhm.
enjoyed the Namorous when I was in PFL. It was really
Mhm.
good. I agree.
Aegis
It's a
Slash is my
solid run.
Pokken tournament main.
Amber is
Oh,
really sick.
cheating ass character. Anyways.
Well, we'll see
Yeah,
if Lily actually has any of these mons by the time week 1 starts.
No, I expect.
Anyways,
I'm
this is a
predicting
Fairy Steel Dragon Core.
trade them all away and then draft 2 of them back with the last remaining.
True. I know. I'm just
It's kind
playing.
of swag.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing out here. We just
Yeah, and Amorous
playing.
is really scary. Aegis Slash is also really, really scary.
Yeah, these are all just like a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
good ass
Okay.
mons, to be honest. Like for their price, they're all like really, really quite good. I'm a little lower on Aegis Slash than I ever have been before, but still, it's great.
Mm. I like Nolan's team more though.
All right, let's go to Nolan.
I didn't even look at
Oh
this one.
God. Oh shit.
It's a bit
Yeah,
spooky.
that's a bit spooky. It's just a
I don't
case
know.
of like it's a case of
Rillaboom's
the core and like the strategy being very fleshed out by round 3 versus
Dude, look
like
at Rillaboom's
later.
hands. Holy
I
shit.
don't know if I'm scared by this at all.
Rillaboom plus
Should I
Zardex
be?
is crazy.
Ardex is nasty.
I thought
Zardex is super Shimonius, and it is weak to rock and ground, and dragon, but it's gonna kill dragons with Dragon Claw after a +1. And Suicune with like leftovers and grassy terrain
Hmm.
is
Try
gonna
breaking
live
that.
for it's gonna live forever.
Like I am usually a little bit of a
And
Suicune sleeper as far as drafting it because I tend to like
mm,
I don't like things that only do one thing generally. Like that doesn't mean it's
yeah,
not worth it, but
Suicune does one thing, and that's get shell smashed and then liquidated 7 times in a row.
um,
the Suicune's a bitch to deal with.
I yeah, depending on the team, depending on the situation, I think Suicune can be a great win condition. You just have to make sure
Like it demands a lot of prep for
you
something that's
have
like a mid tier,
r-
you know.
right. But its stats are good. It's a
Hmm.
fantastic bulky water with a decent special attack stat with decent coverage. So I don't think it's a bad pickup at all.
No,
Like
definitely not.
even if you're not gonna run like Calm Mind, Rest Talk like crap, I don't think you have to. Um, I think like
When it comes to
Hydro Pump,
draft,
Ice Beam, Air
you can run
Slash kind
specs
of stuff.
shit. You can do a lot of extra
Yeah, you
things
do
in
whatever.
draft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess this is good.
Rillaboom Zardex is just like a really like obvious like great core, I think.
But I think Gorilla Zardax is the part of it that's like, oh, this is like really, really good.
Hmm. Yeah, Suicune I could take or leave. It's like you need the water type, so it's good that you have it, but it's the first two.
Yeah. When you get a couple fantastic physical daggers that don't really benefit from Earthquake that much,
Hmm.
it's crazy.
All right, we're moving on.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
The
Our last team of Red
The
Divisions.
Vanjie Special Infernape. I feel like he's drafted this like 4 times, but I could be
Well, that
wrong.
one's sick though.
I
No,
think
no, it's
I don't
good.
remember about. I
No,
think
it's a good
maybe
one.
once, twice.
This is
before.
another triple flip U-turn
Mhm.
team.
That's
Like,
true.
they're coming in, they're getting out. See you
I
later.
really like Tornadus Therion's to cleavage.
Yeah, I like it.
No, I've never
I'm
noticed
liking it a
that.
little bit too much.
Wait,
All of them have it. Like Lando T has like
he's
a
wearing a
sports
bra
bra
too.
on.
Wait,
Yeah, they all do.
It's actually a
wait, they all wear
built-in
a bra.
bra.
That's right.
They're
You
all
got a
bra
belly button ring
masters.
too.
That's not a belly button ring. That's a lipstick.
It's a nose.
I
It's a
think
pro. It's
Torn
a
Wait,
plus-
nose.
wait, hold on. I'm about to change your mind. The bra are the eyes. The red thing is
And
the
that's a
mouth.
nose.
Or either or.
Yeah.
I think Infernape plus Torn is really super sick. I'm a Barraskewda hater because I feel like it's just like so frail. It's hard to use outside of rain, in my
Mhm.
personal.
Well,
And his
he has.
mouth is,
Wait,
but he
he
has a
has
shit-eating grin. Look at
Tornadus.
him.
He has Tornadus T and there's. He could draft Rain.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
See.
would be pretty good.
Be funny.
Oh, I mean, like Infernape, but whatever.
I think this team's a little. I mean, I know you run boots on Torn like 90% of games, but I think it's just like a little rock weak for these three because Bears you
Mhm.
can only come in so many times and you're
Yeah.
gonna get chipped by a Rocky Helmet or an Iron, a Ferrothorn.
Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
this team gets made by like what the defensive core around it is. I
Mhm.
think
Yeah, it has to
we're just
complement
like
it in a way
extra
that,
offensive
Yeah.
options, but these
Needs
because like on
them.
or
their
like
own,
make sure like you have like a removal guy who's gonna
hmm
be able to come in like 10 times a
like in the
match.
first two picks, that you got defog, you got two U-turners, you got stealth rock, you got a lot of good speed, you got
Yeah,
threatening offensive bitches. Like you're
like
doing
just
pretty
like make
good.
sure you live and die by the not getting knocked off on tornadoes, basically.
Yeah, for now at least. We'll see what else
For-
gets picked up.
yeah,
First two
but
definitely great. I'm a Barraskewda hater. This post was made by Bruxish Gang,
I don't
so
think we've
Yeah,
seen
Swag.
I don't think we've seen
Swag.
Scuda on
Swag.
its own. I think we've only
Swag.
ever seen Scuda with Rain in this draft league.
Yeah.
So
I think the first season it did not have rain.
okay,
yeah, when it first came out, it was just the stats are super enticing. Like it's the attack and speed stat,
yeah.
and it's like
I mean, it gets
offensive
good
options,
coverage.
flip turn.
Yeah,
It's a good
covered.
guy. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
just frail.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so frail that I feel like it's really susceptible to any kind of like counter teaming where it's like, oh, priority move, you took
If it
70.
can't, I was gonna say if it can't kill, it's dying.
Hmm. But it is
Yeah.
good. I'm not saying it's not good. And it's crazy
I
to
think
have a good speed
it
tier.
could be.
I'm like, I started off with some lower speed guys, and then by that point, I'm like, where's all the speed? So the fact that Benji has three extremely fast guys right now is gonna be hard to deal
I also love Barraskewda. His mouth curls like a 60s cartoon villain.
Yeah,
with.
like, is it a mustache or is
no.
it his mouth?
That's his mouth.
It's like,
But it's like
I know,
it can be
but
both.
it is his mouth, but it looks like a mustache.
It's a Jotaro Kujo hat
I
hair.
like, well, I like that his, right. I like that it looks like his bones are out. Like, he looks like a dead fish, but he's not
Yeah.
a fish.
All right, that's the end of the red. No more reds. This post was made by Blue Gang.
We are done with
was lost.
communism.
It was lost. I think the next team here,
This shit is scary as fuck.
is personally my favorite
Wait, this team's
are.
belligerent.
This team is literally
Um,
this team is literally
it's
ignorant.
very top heavy, right? It
Well, it's
is.
like
This is
200,
you
180, 160, right?
80. I think. I think we moved bro up.
These
Yeah,
are
no, I
Um.
think Meow is 160. I know we moved
Oh,
bro up.
Meow
probably.
is 160, bro
Um.
is
Still
one.
pricey,
It's pricey, but like with these little like, it's like not far off from a
no,
200 double 160. Like if you think
which is
about it,
pricey.
it is, but like
Um.
we're not in 200 territory.
No, no, we're
No,
not.
I mean these are also three guys you could probably bring every week and like
Oh,
be
you're bringing
fine.
them. You're freaking bringing them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're
Well, I
bringing
mean,
all these guys
Como
every
is
week, and they don't do anything.
Como is
every
one of the
season
best
we always see Como
mons
just
in the
go
format.
crazy. Either
Especially in Terra, especially Terra metagame, because
The
this thing
Terra
is like
metagame is the entire
you're
you're
reason
like,
why.
oh my god, how do I kill Como? And you're like, Moonblast, and then you're like, Terra Steel,
Yep.
Shift Gear, Iron Head, some baloney.
And
It's
it's so bulky that it gets rid of its quad weak to become only half weak. You're not killing this in one hit. You're
No.
fucked. You are so fucked.
Really bulky with an Omni boost built in,
With drain punch, that's gonna
with
hit
Drain
something.
Punt, with rocks, with whatever. With it could be a Sweepermon, it could be a Gloomon, it could be whatever you need it to be.
Like this mon is
Depending on the
problematic.
matchup.
It is like it is very problematic.
Very
Paranormal
good.
Boom Burst is a thing. That shit is kind of
That's
crazy
true.
too.
That's true too.
With throat spray, like this thing can do. This thing's so crazy.
You
Mhm.
get
I'm
that.
glad
You
I'm
get
not
that.
fighting it.
You get that throat numbing spray.
And like for for both of the first two mons, like they're like really potent offensive threats that like on their force switches can just set up hazards and just break
Mhm.
each other's checks down so easily. Because
I've never realized Meowscarada's like leaf veins like
Yes.
in the cape.
Okay. I was literally thinking of doing like the things like, oh, what's the difference, and then editing it out on the left side because the right side you really don't see it, and seeing if anyone would ever notice that.
I've never noticed that. Yeah, it's
I don't
kinda
be
cool, I
noticing
guess.
things, so
No, it's really cool. It's a
like
good
on
design
average,
choice.
if you need something noticed, not your guy.
Slowbro doesn't notice anything. He's dumb. Look at him.
Look at
He's
that
oblivious.
piece of shit.
He's oblivious.
I've dropped
Um,
Slowbro so many
He's
times.
just-
I have a problem. Thank God
You
someone else
really
has
do.
it.
I love his curly bear ears. They're very cute.
This is a Super Six squad.
Yeah, I would
I
honestly
think
agree.
Slowbro is the best defensive piece in the game. I think Slowbro is in the Pokemon Commuter Lounge League draft format. I've
of
won
fame.
with Slowbro. Other people like Slowbro is crazy.
Slowbro's a
Like,
winner.
Slowking does the same thing, but Slowbro,
Not as well
I
though.
I
Just being
I
physical.
think yeah, I think the physical defense is a little better because you can kind of run AV too.
Yeah.
Slowbro is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, competitively and not.
And it's only so good
Um,
because of our rule set. Like playing with Natdex moves is what makes some of these guys so broken.
well, it's not Dex. I mean, but he like
Yeah.
Scald, Teleport, Thunderwave, a yellow color on him on this
You
fat that
see,
can regenerate is crazy.
the issue is that Gen 9 Nat decks on on Showdown is a fake format because they use stupid Z moves, but our format is a real format.
Yeah,
There's
because
no
there's no
C
stupid Z
moves.
moves.
Yes.
All right, this team's broken. We're moving on to Claude.
This is the best draft I think I've seen so far for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
I
Cheese's
think so.
draft is crazy. Claude, one of these things is not as
like
good
the
as the
others.
others.
First two
Valiant
guys are
Heatran,
crazy.
she popped off with that, I think, but we'll find out about what the Abomasnow's doing. I suppose.
mean,
So in my Claude has drafted Rain and Sand,
Hmm.
right? I think she's making the rounds, you know,
Probably doing a little bit of a rounds.
doing a bit of rounds. I think Obama Snow a lot better than it used to be with the new
Yeah, the buff to
how Snow Warning works now.
yeah.
It's really fat, like physically.
Oh, we
You
should
can take a
discuss
CC.
whether or not we're banning the move Hail because that sets
Oh
up
yeah,
actual Hail.
let's ban the move hail. That's stupid.
Yeah, we'll
Wait,
Because
yeah
that's not
most
a thing
likely.
anymore.
Anyway, yeah.
is there a new move that sets up hail or the snow?
No,
Yes,
Snowstorm,
Snowscape.
Scape,
Snowscape
yeah.
is what hail
Okay.
used to be.
All right,
But you
so
can, yeah, both of those moves exist in that deck, so you can get like double procs on like Ice Face and shit.
oh yeah, oh that's
Um,
right, the video that yeah we right we're banning hail.
We're
Hail
banning
doesn't
hail,
exist
everybody. We're
anymore.
banning hail. Hail does not exist. It is Snowscape.
Never
We're in
existed.
Gen 9 national deck, right?
Max,
All
hit
the
us with
Pokemon are
a
there.
soundboard right now regarding our fallen friend Hail.
Yeah.
Boom. Some of these are different volumes than others.
Now listen here, we are banning
Oh,
hail.
jeez. Okay. Valiant is one of the best offensive mons in the game as far as draft is concerned. I think one of, not the. Just because it's so flexible and a true mixed attacker, which doesn't really exist in like booster energy.
Mhm.
To like rock Life Orb or Scarf without any of the downside.
Look at her waist.
It's snatching.
Yeah, it's not healthy. She needs to see somebody.
She needs a cheeseburger, dude. Look at that, like right above the waist. What the hell is that? Like 1 inch.
I like how the Gallade counterpart is like not a man anymore.
Yeah.
Was it a man?
Design is-
Well, it's not supposed to be guy. It's Galley Gardevoir. Like it's supposed to be both of them.
Oh, it's supposed to be a mixture.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Me.
Mega
Wait,
Gardevoir.
it has
wait,
like a
wait,
cow
wait,
tail.
guys,
It's Mega
guys,
Gallade, Mega
I'm
Gardevoir
just
in one.
looking
Yeah.
right now. It kind of looks like Gardevoir and Gallade.
Wait,
I thought it was just Gallade. Fuck off.
No, it's always been Gardevoir Gallade. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be like the non-binary one.
That makes me. That fucks so hard.
use non-binary? That's so cool.
Heatran is at an appropriate price.
Heatran's good. Heatran, we said we could. Let me go back 20 years. Wow, that guy's good. That guy's a good mon.
Just good.
You know,
Good.
you know who resists ground and now has 50% more defense? Abomasnow. He's
Boom.
sick. Boom.
I wish I had those sounds so I could use them myself.
Oh wait, you know who has it? Obama.
Obama.
Oh, thank God for this.
Was that the song?
First two are sick. We'll see what's good with Abomasnow. Maybe like
Right.
it's a Titan or something, or just like having it. You know what? Fuck it.
It's like at Aurora Vale, man. Yeah.
You can. I mean, you can. It's not Mega Obama where you can't have a icy rock.
Yeah, like
or
I
a-
imagine the intent is for
Mhm.
like the weather to actually be present if it's not Mega, which I think
Mhm.
already got
That's-
taken too. No, right? Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it did.
it
did.
No, it did. How did both Obamas?
Yes, both
are-
Obamas are chosen in the first.
Hey, you know
wave.
what? As someone who picked up Mega
Oh, that's
Obama
really
last
funny.
season, I think it's pretty good.
Mega Obama.
Yeah, Mega
It
Obama.
doesn't compare to Mega Camera.
Like
But
a human clarity.
All right,
All right,
let's
let's
move on
get the
to
hell out of here.
Gil. Thoughts
Gil-
while I hit my
Gilly
inhaler.
gamer. This seems kind
Um,
of broken too.
yeah, it is.
I
It
mean,
really is.
Yoshiku Rapid is fucking bannable, honestly, in my brain, but
Well, Cephalon's nutty. I love that one.
Plus crazy.
Yeah,
Plus always good.
Rapid definitely toes the line of
Mhm.
healthy or not. But
Yeah.
Cephalon is like Sorrel just like great offensive typing and like I am such a Serp fan. If there
Surf's
is one
great.
Serp fan in the world, it is me. If there are a million, I am one of them.
Did we move Serp down? I don't think we should have. We could tear him. It can't
Yeah,
use Terra
yeah.
Blast, but it
I
still
think
has HP.
you guys did. I don't think it has Terra Blast though. That's why.
It doesn't have Terra Blast, but it does have hidden power. You can,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
at 120. It
Terra
used to.
Fire.
No, we didn't move it down. It used to be 120. It's still 120.
Okay. Yeah, we did talk about it, but
It used to be
I didn't agree.
120.
And it still is 120.
That's crazy.
I
That's what
mean,
I'm
it's good.
saying. This shit's
Alright.
I mean,
goated.
it,
The Serp is great.
when it gets Terra Blast, not this season, but next season, then we need to move this shit.
Oh,
Mhm.
freaking
The
300
thing about
points.
Serp is its apparent weaknesses aren't real. Like it doesn't. You don't need
Mm.
more than Leaf Storm. You just slam Leaf Storms into anything, and then you leech seed
Leaf
or
Just
Storm,
Leaf Storm,
Flare, blah blah blah.
it's
Blah, blah, blah.
crazy to think the damage rolls that you hit. Like, you hit somebody with your nuke, and then you have a doubly strong one the next turn.
Yeah, like
Resist, die.
like
Like,
2 Leaf Storms in a row. If you ever are calcing,
mm, yeah.
just examine some Serp rolls with 2 Leaf Storms. You're gonna
If this
shit
was
your pants.
if this was a Pokemon Blaze Black 2 Redux Draft League, this thing would be banned.
Yeah, because Dragon type with Draco meter.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Draco, nice to meet here. This is a collection of threats, but they
It
need
is a collection of
support.
threats.
We'll see what
They
happens
need a
there.
little bit of support, but I
Good point
don't think it'll be
distribution.
hard to find the support. I think like a solid like dark type
Yeah,
and like a rocker. And then you're like,
like
okay, we're
bulky
set.
water, etc.
Yeah, like
Or
yeah,
some
it just
sort
gets
of
pushed
hazard
in.
removal and like
Yeah, like obviously like all
But like
that's to
it's
come.
fine.
yeah.
And
Like these are
Gil's
fucking
Gil's
facts.
a Gil's a really solid player. When I was
Yeah.
going back and looking at stuff, like Gil has like third, fifth, fifth.
He kind of goes under the radar a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Where he's
I feel
always
like
near the
Gil-
top, always entering playoffs, but like hasn't gotten like very far in them. So like we all recognize he's a good player, but you don't think about it as like when you get to top 4 and like top 2 is where players tend to establish themselves a
Yeah.
little more. He tends to like just miss that.
No, Gil
Like, he's
always
super
does
goated.
perfectly fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
always almost makes it. Would not be surprised if you want to see.
For
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. Like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Enough suckage. Let's move on. Slay.
Slay, Peach. I am. If
We
I have to get
got
really close to
offense,
the mic.
fellas.
I have to get really close to the mic. If there is 1,000 Slay Peachinators, I am one of them. If there is 100 Slay Peachinators, I am one. If there is one Slay Peachinator, it is me. If there is no Slay Peachinators, then I have died.
Finally.
We got some offense, people. This is some offense, people. We got offense. Anyone order some offense? We got it, people.
Look at that Santa Claus guy. He's cute.
So
Look
cute.
at the little snowballs inside of the
Jelly
Look
Bird,
at
Jelly
look
Bird
at the
Man
cannon
is
anus.
fucking terrifying.
That's a cannon. Don't
At
call it
first,
that.
at first I thought it was snowballs, but it's just an opening, like a
No,
turret.
bundle fuck so
Yeah.
hard.
Well, have you seen the animation in game? Like when it
No.
uses Hydro
I
Pump?
don't remember.
It like opens up. It's like a hose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
And he like shoots like water out of it.
Bundle is a gigantic quadruple Ubers, triple quadruple Ubers
Quadruple.
super threat.
Mm-hmm.
His feet are like sleds. Do you notice that?
I did.
Yeah.
These photos have revealed more about the Mons than I usually know.
No, like he's great, dude.
Like
I think
in game,
people like are like they don't really like the future forms because they're like their naming conventions are
I
Yeah,
fuck with
the
designed
these
to go
forms.
so hard, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
I fuck with
it's
both
fine.
of them. There's like great ones on each side, and there's like sort of shitty ones on each side.
Right. I prefer. I'm glad I got mine. I think the future form to me.
Pinkerton is the only terrain setter naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Slay's got it. Also Halucha.
Yeah,
Lucha
Lucha's
Train.
Unburdened Electric Seed worked
I
great.
mean,
Swords Dance
someone
It's the
and
someone picks
classic.
this combination every season without
Play the
fail.
hits. Just
and
play
it
the
always
hits.
does fine. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and they're so dumb when they choose Electric Train and Lucha.
yeah, that
Haha,
was
you're so
really
right,
stupid.
bestie.
They didn't even win the season. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
I think this is great. I think because like we've seen Iron Bundle do wonders, put in work, but we have not seen Iron Bundle um with like
With
timid
terrain.
with choice specs with boost with the ability
Hmm.
like the choice specs
Gilda did a
Hydro
lot of like
Pump.
just boots,
We
right? I
haven't
think,
seen the like yeah.
which is
Boots is really
solid.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boots is good.
but
But
because it does like flip
just
turn and
slap
stuff.
a fucking nuke on that guy and call it a day.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. I just want to see freeze dry like
Just fry
cut
everything.
through every yeah.
You got no resist. You're fucking
Mhm.
dead, buddy. Yeah,
All
this
right.
that thing's crazy.
Perfect
Everything's good.
team,
I think
classics,
this team is great. I think it needs a little bit rounding out, but I like Rift.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Let's go to big.
Um,
What the
okay,
fuck is this?
everybody get our sounds ready.
All right,
Wait, hold on. Wait, I got one.
I don't have any good ones.
Wait, where is it? Wait, I can't.
That's
Find
not
it.
that one. That one's bad.
Unfortunate doesn't begin to describe my series.
Brother,
this guy stinks!
Uh, I'm not even fully
Um,
certain that the people can hear the soundboard sounds. I'm pretty sure, but imagine they didn't this whole time.
we're just silent.
We're just like
I think
giggling
it
about
should because it's recording your stuff. They can hear us.
Yeah, it does. It's just it's recording straight from Discord call, so presumably.
Yeah, they should hear
They
it.
should. I think
I mean,
that
this team's
this
good.
is fine. So
think it's a
it
little
needs some
meaty.
hitters.
For sure.
It needs some top end power. It needs to like what makes Slow King shit that doesn't want to get hit. And then it can like smack. You can
Mhm.
close combat, glaive rush, boo boo boo.
I
boo,
think
boo,
you
boo,
find
boo,
more
boo,
of
boo.
that in the trenches of like 40, 60, 80 than you do of like the solid defensive pieces. So like even if like filling out like offensive threats is like the easier part, I think.
Probably. So right, but it needs some. But I like Slow King Amoonguss, like
Mhm.
in terms of
It's another one of the draft
like,
league
do I think it's
classics
good?
where like after first three, like we got the Regenerator Core, we got the Terrain
Mhm,
Lucha, we
mhm.
got like
Yeah,
the
I mean, last
classics, the
season I
weathers.
beat you by switching back and forth.
Oop, I switched to Jim. That's embarrassing.
Well, let me just
Anyway.
say that Among Us and Slow King both get super fried by Delibird Freeze Dry.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Until one of them, until Slow King Terra fires.
The classic
The
Terrifier
worst
Slow
decision
King.
of all time.
He uses Terra Ice. He
Terra
turns into the
Bug
worst
Slow King.
defensive type at all time.
Now
Terra
I'm
into the
neutral.
type that gets
Terra,
killed by Hydro Pump.
Terra Bug.
To be clear,
I
Slow King
think
does not die to freeze dries. It takes like 20.
Yeah, I mean,
from that guy.
I'm calcing that right
Well,
now.
Somebody
honest,
calc
I
that
was
shit.
running Slow
AV,
King,
AV.
Calc and freeze
AV.
dries. I never had to worry about it.
And he like dies to a psychic, like the other guy,
Hmm.
because he's frail as shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's lots of freeze
He's
dryers.
defensive.
But I mean, but like it's good though.
It's good,
Like,
yeah.
The cat, the long fur kung fu fighter that is me. I think is fine.
Yeah, I also
I
agree.
think that's
with
very
that.
Okay. I think it's
I
fine.
think Mian is pretty cool.
I think it's cool. I don't think it does a ton because
It's
it's
also
fine.
priced like that, you know.
It's a good speed tier. It has offense. It has special sets. You know, you can run AV knock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have hazard. It doesn't have removal. It doesn't have it's just like it's like a
That is actually one
really
major concern I have is that with such like a fleshed out defensive core going without already having like hazard game and like
and there's no hazards, no removal.
that's one
Yeah.
thing. It's kind of hard to find like reliable hazard game without expending a lot of money.
Mhm.
Like you can always find
Because a lot of
Mudbug,
the
you can
good
always
guys are
find it.
taken. I mean, fortunately, all the ground types got spikes this gen.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
It's hard. Like you gotta like go big for
you got to spend a lot on like the really reliable rockers sometimes.
like what you're gonna. I mean, you can get Cobalion, sure.
Yeah, like
Yes.
you'll find
Don't
options that work,
don't
but
joke about that.
it's really hard to find options that are going to continue to come in throughout the whole game and provide that for you. That being said, Regenerator Core, like to the max, it's still good. So, but
It
Oh
it'll
yeah,
is.
just
no,
depend
there's
on what else
nothing
comes out.
wrong with this. It just needs help around it.
Right.
And like the things that are gonna make this great are not here yet, I
Mhm.
think.
Which
Yeah.
is
Which is
always to
totally
be
fine.
seen in
Yeah.
the round 3
Yeah.
preview. All right, let's
Mhm.
move on to Jim.
Jim Beezy, Jim Burt.
We
The
got
last of
2
the two
dubs.
chippers.
This man played 3
3
seasons and won
seasons.
twice.
But a PFL person too, right? Like a well-known draft league
Oh yeah, no, he's
aficionado.
goated. He's won in PFL
Yeah.
once, I think, and then twice here. I mean, granted, season
Do
1,
you
everybody
think?
besides me sucked, so what can you do?
I have a question
Yeah.
about Gudra's design.
Is it safe for work?
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, you know how the other Gudra, the slime is
It's like
or
what?
something?
You cut
You
out.
cut out.
It's like purple, the slime,
Oh, is
I
it?
thought it was green.
or green or something. This Gudra has like a gray slime, and I'm like,
Can I ask a question about this design as well?
Yeah.
if it's safe for work.
No, if
Why
it's not
does
safe
it?
for work, perfect.
I don't like the like. What are those like holes that it has like by its tail and on its head? Like what the heck is
Those are holes
Uh,
for screws when you do steel things.
no. It's not because the original Gudra has green, same type.
Does
hole.
it?
Yeah, it has great. It's just spots, I think.
Someone's not familiar with the architecture of Gudra.
I'm sorry, I
Um,
don't spend all my time looking through.
Anyway,
All
let's talk
I'm
about this
okay.
team.
Weird.
These
Yeah,
are
they're
three
green
guys.
on regular Gudra. They're
I
just
will say
spots.
2 things
Okay.
about Hisuian Gudra. One, it's really good.
Mhm.
Broken.
It fucking eats. It'll eat your house. It'll eat your fucking neighbors.
Mm.
2,
Like,
whoever designed this thing really wanted to emphasize that it wants to be put out of its fucking misery. The face of Hisuian Gudra is a face of torment. They
I don't
have
think
not lived.
you're
They've not
correct.
lived a good life.
I don't think that's true. I think he's chilling. I think
He's
he's like.
smiling.
I think
I
he's
think
like.
it's just this
I think.
photo in
I think he
particular.
like. I
I
think
think
he's
he-
passing you the blunt.
I think he's just a sub.
No, I think he just had like a long day of work. He's tired, but he still felt good
But
about
he's
what he did.
smiling. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's right.
like,
He's home
thank
to his
God I
wife
finally
and
get my
kids.
cookies and
Can we
cream
talk
ice
about the
Alright,
team,
cream.
okay.
please? Oh my god. Freaks of nature.
Shut the hell up. I don't
So
talk about
Jim
the team.
said he picked the guys that he thought were a little higher value than we tiered, and then proceeded to compliment us about how we tiered.
Weird. Right.
So this team
So,
does not have an identity
is-
yet, obviously.
right. which is why it's dog shit. Right?
But it's cheap. So
Yeah, no. There's so many points available. So like this is a
Kidding.
perfectly fine strategy for drafting, where you like, just pick the guys
Well,
and then
for
figure it
reference,
out.
Mega Obama Snow was a 60 last season, so that didn't change.
Well,
And it
he
doesn't
didn't
get
play
Terra
last
or
season
anything.
either, but he's just like
Oh,
what
okay.
when he looked at it, he was like, these are the things that I think personally are better than you have them, and so he picked them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bada
we
bing.
didn't change Gudra either, and Doxbund.
It went down.
We didn't change Doxbund either. No, it's still a 60.
Is it? I thought it was.
Yeah, so we.
well, that's actually really good for 60.
I think it's pretty good 60. Yeah. But I mean, but it's
I don't know,
Doxbund.
anyone who picks Doxbund is
It's like a wish
hyper-boost.
passer with like 57 HP.
Yeah,
Yeah, the AV set's kind of a meme. I don't know.
like it has like some good tools, but not the moves to actually capitalize on that. Like, well, big body is
Yeah.
broken, but like, what are you gonna do? Play rough me?
It's
I mean, I guess-
cool
I guess body
alongside
play.
Obama Snow.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's
they
actually
function well
that's
together.
a quite strong synergy,
Yeah,
actually.
cool because Darkspawn also. I mean, it's a physical defensive guy, and it was close combat.
You could Terra Ice and get the defense boost. That would be crazy.
Oh, and it's immune to fight. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, that's kind of
Wait.
gooded.
Wait, is Jim a fucking?
I mean, are you actually gonna
Genius.
Terra your Darkspawn?
It's Chip
Maybe.
and Gene.
No.
Yeah, Terra Ice for what? It's a
For the-
fairy type. Like it's crazy.
For the hail boost.
I don't know. That'd be
No,
kinda
I
fun.
know, but
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah.
like
And it's also
I would-
Mega Obama Snow, so you can't run Ice Rock.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
fine. I think we're
That's
all chilling
fine.
with that.
Well, because I mean, Mega Abomasnow hits really hard with like Woodhammer, Blizzard,
I am
Ice
excited to
Shard.
I
see
think
him use Hisuian Gudra. I think it could be really goaded, but I
I think
don't
he's
know
gonna
if
cook. He's gonna cook with it.
did it get picked last season? I don't remember.
Yes, by
Yes, it did,
and it
and
did
it
really
did
well.
like
Yeah,
really
Mittens did
good.
pretty. Yeah, I didn't really
It's
watch
a
too
really
many
strong
matches.
Pokemon.
It
last
walled
season.
so many people off.
I mean, it's the second Steel Dragon ever, like or third for a reason, and like it's like a bulky Steel Dragon.
Mhm. And the other one, they were like, this thing is too crap. We got to give it to
Yeah,
you.
Definitely a lot of
which is
potential.
banned this season.
I mean, I
You
think a
heathens.
Wish Passer with Gudra is like a really obvious choice. Even if it's a bit of a weaker Wish Passer, it's still pretty damn useful when you're taking 3 from attacks. Like, you'll gladly
Right.
take your 30%.
So now you can heal
HP.
2.
Does it? I don't think it has a healing move, does it?
No, I'm saying with the dash from 57 HP.
Yeah. Well, we'll see
it might
what
get
happens with
life
this.
too. Doesn't
Yeah,
Ruby have life
you
too
know,
or
I just
something?
think some
You don't joke about like Life 2. What?
Life 2 is
Life
a
2?
some
That's a
strong
meme.
hazard or some strong offense guys would really go are obviously going to go a long way.
Yeah, like, this
so
is
we'll
not a
see.
snapshot of the team yet, but these are just like decent
No,
guys at their
it's fine.
value. So I'm excited to see, especially Gudra, what happens there.
Mhm.
We're moving on to Vanita, Gallade, Clodsire,
Typhlosion
Typhlosion.
picker, based department.
Base department.
I think
I
Gallade's pretty
know
underrated.
Gallade is a fantastic Pokemon.
Sharpness be like.
I don't remember if Anita was one of the people who was like asking me for advice. But I think Gallade is really fantastic.
Was 120,
Um,
dropped it to 100 now. I think it's like a really good place for it.
Is that where we put it?
I think that's way underpriced. I think this thing's really good.
Wait, why did we do that?
Sharpness.
Sharpness.
Because y'all disagreed with me.
Sharpness
Alright, well, that was
came
probably
out
a mistake.
last gen, and so we pushed it from 60 to 120, and then brought it back down a little bit.
Oh, to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Alright,
just
we'll
put
see.
it
It
up
could be
like
low,
7
but
tiers.
I don't think it's like so exceptional that it is like a crazy where it is.
Yeah.
I could see it going back up, but
I think it's
80
better than most 100s though.
It's really frail on the defensive side. Only 80 speed. It has good speed depth for
But
some reason.
I think Scarf's great on this thing.
Yeah, and it has really good
got a lot of
coverage
moves.
too.
Got a shit ton of moves.
A lot of moves, and they're all boosted by sharpness, and you can tear it into any of them to get stabbed. So if you're gonna sweep with like Leaf Blade, Aqua Cutter,
You can
Sacred
position
Sword,
you
just
can
move
position the
one.
game and like decide which move you want to sweep with like at the end.
Quasar is great.
Yeah, Clodsire is just like a
Clodsire is always
really
good.
Kind of
reliable,
a self-contained
reliable
one.
type vibe.
It does the
Mhm.
thing. It is a
Hazards,
guy that
it's gonna
does
check
the
so many
thing.
things for you.
He has cute feet. He's Peter feet.
And Typhlosion is like Eruption Bot, which is pretty
Fair.
fun.
It's
This
fun.
team
I
really
need
needs-
to draft that.
This team really needs some ground resist or immunity.
Yeah,
Like
for
a few
sure.
of them,
Like
probably.
these are some like mid-range budget picks right now. So like obviously
Right.
none of the
But
state
I
guys
can see.
there.
I can see. I think if you're gonna like, if you have like a top end, right, and there you have to bring like up like 200s and like a, let's say,
200 and a what?
just saying like, if she got more expensive picks that you can bring every game, right? I think Gallade could also come every. I don't think there's a game
wait,
without it.
Vanina's right. She has H Typhlosion. I put the wrong one on here.
Oops.
Oh.
Oopsies, did we do that?
Which is
Oh,
also
that's
an
so
Eruption
silly.
Bot, which is also has Shadow Ball's jab.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
Stoner
Thank you.
Typhlosion.
You're right. I
The
put that
base
in
meter
wrong.
just fell down a little bit.
No, base meter went up
No,
slightly.
no. It's still cool.
That's Vanita you're talking about. Oh, there you go. You gone. Hi.
There you go. That's
What do
way
you
more
mean?
Vanita
It
because
was
it's purple
always-
jam.
Nothing was ever wrong.
She's purple and she smokes weed. That's like all she does. So.
This is like Vanita the Mon. I don't know Vanita
Like
very
the other
well. I don't know what she looked like.
Mhm.
This is her.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know
we'll
that
see
video?
what's
I mean,
good with
they're
the
very,
rest
they're
of this
really,
team.
they're
I
similar
think
enough that they just.
I like
they
all
do
three of
this-
these guys. I think Gallade's gonna put
I
a lot of
think
work.
they're all fine.
Two cheap guys and Clodsire is pretty good.
My point still stands. She needs some levitators.
We put
and-
Clodsire to 140. That's kind of a steal.
Yeah.
Why
Did
do we
we?
do that?
Vanita got some really good value.
I think so.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was still 160. Oops.
Yeah. Wait. We fucked up.
Was it 160?
I think so.
No,
No, it was 120 at
was-
first. And
it
we
was
moved up to
120.
It was
140.
the
We moved
120
it
now.
up.
Yeah,
Oh, we
I
moved
mean,
it up one.
it's like
Moved it
it's a
up,
I
difference of
guess.
20 points at max. It's like that. That's why we like the new tier list format, where it's like, okay, 20 extra points.
I
For
don't
you.
think it's a 160. I don't think it's like. I mean, I don't know. We have some crazy defensive guys in there. We have like Pex and Ferrothorn and
That is
shit.
true.
I should draft.
I don't
Alright.
have much more to say about this. It's fine.
Moving on. It's me, and I won
You-
once.
Wow, you're really
Bada
gonna
bing.
draft broken samurai and broken string cheese?
Yes.
Screw cheese.
I really want. Last season,
Is
I
that the
drafted
Jimothy Cool?
Samurai, and I was like, I changed it because I didn't really like the full comp of my team, so I just wanted to do like a hard reset.
Mhm.
And so I want to run it back because I just fucking love Hisuian Samurai. I think Ceaseless Edge is probably the best move in the game.
Mhm.
And
It
I really wanted to
became-
pair it with Goldango and just like run this like Hazard Stackish, Volt Turnish idea.
No,
I
that
really,
literally like
really
wins the
wanted
game.
Cleavor
Like,
though. I wanted Cleavor as the third, and so I had like Stone Axe, Ceaseless Edge. Cleavor would have U-turn, and I would be chilling. But I can't, because I can't have things that I want.
I'm kind of glad you didn't because I think it's a little keeping all your
Yeah, it might have been a little
what's that
silly,
called?
but
In
I
one
had
basket.
so much dopamine
all
when I
your
thought
eggs in a
about it.
basket. Yeah.
Why is it eggs? Okay. I was gonna say fruit because
Wait.
I called Andrew a fruit basket earlier. Hisuian Samurai is, I think, broken Pokemon in the
Yeah.
game.
It is.
I think it's really fucking good.
Like it itself, it's just carried by the presence of Ceaseless Edge. Besides that, it's like
Yeah.
pretty mid.
So
I think
whatever.
I think you should run Assault Vest every game though. It's
Not
like-
every game.
No,
doing
you
that
can
every
run like
time.
you can run like 20 different items on this guy.
You
Yeah.
can, but I was running Assault Vest on ladder and we got like 21.
Yeah,
I
no,
think-
I think
I'm an
I still think
Assault
Scarf
Vest
is the
truther.
best.
I think it's really good.
Scarf is the
I think
best,
Goldango, obviously, like, Hazards plus Goldango is just like,
Mhm.
it's the ladder classic. I really like this guy. Very versatile, both of them. I think, like, I'm Samurai plus maybe something else I'll pick up in the future can, like, knock and set hazards at the same time. Because now that there's no item clause, like, people could just run 6 boots versus me if they really want to.
I mean, unironically, H Samurai plus Goldango is like better than like 50% of drafts on this entire.
Yeah.
Potentially. Because
Yeah.
it's just, like, such an obvious, like,
Mhm.
busted broken thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to, like, fill out some Volt Turn. I got Rotom Cut. I like
think
it at
Rotom
100.
Cut is a fantastic addition to this because it scares away flying types with Defog with Thunderbolt, and like the ground types, like your
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Quagsires, like it's one that want to add
You're
hazards.
cutting out
It
a lot.
You're
kills
Big
them.
Cuddington
Hold on, let me unplug and replug in my mic because this happens sometimes.
all the time. At all
Oh,
times.
true. These guys are like you could like triple scarf these dudes and just go crazy.
Yeah, because like I have an 84, an 85, and an 86 speed tier right now. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
really
I do
funny.
need to. Yeah, it is funny. I do need to.
How do
patch it up.
I sound fine now? Question
I
mark?
mean,
Question mark? Question
we'll
mark?
find
Yeah.
out over time.
Right. Anyway, Rotom Cut, yeah. I just the guys that it covers is like good on this type of cover.
Mm-hmm. I definitely want to run into some rapid spin. Definitely need to buff out the speed because I don't really want to be defogging away my shit when I'm doing so much to keep it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. We'll see what happens in the next few rounds. I don't really know what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
Okay,
I mean, I think you're chilling. Yeah.
I think I'm chilling.
All right. Nin Kudju.
Ninjada.
Then could
I didn't realize she has floaties on her arms.
oh, she's like capable of floating. That's cute.
She's really cute. She's my
I
favorite.
tap,
she's
Layla's
my
my
favorite.
Feeney's my
voice
favorite
Jinka.
too. I love Feeny.
I think Bulu's mine, but she's probably close.
These
for a
blown up
second.
pictures, because like you're playing on Showdown, you just like see the little sprites, but like these blown up pictures, you see like the detail, like how Feeney's actually a bad bitch, and I never really knew that until now.
Dude, look at Iron Tusk, Iron Treads. Look at his ears. They're so funny. They're like an
Always
action
accurate.
figure. They're like an action figure.
My
or some shit.
favorite thing about Iron Treads is that his face is like they did this weird like Phineas and Ferb thing where like so if you look at him from 145-degree angle, it's like his
Yeah, you're still cutting out, by the way. How wonderful is
oh my god, I'm gonna switch to my phone. Hold on.
that? Good. While
No,
Bones
I
is
also
gone.
love.
I hate them. They suck.
Um, I think Treads is great. We lowered the price because it just isn't quite as good as Tusk, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, all the videos I'm watching is like the freaking. It's like rocks, spin, steel beam, and EQ, and it just smokes. It just fucking
I mean, it's
smokes like
so
crazy.
very good. So very good. But I didn't really like it at 200 when we had it last season.
No, that was way too high. Way too high.
We might have gone a little too low here. I think it's at 160 now. We'll see. But
Yeah.
this
I
plus
mean,
Feeney
I
is a
still I
really,
think it's
really tight core, I think.
Okay, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
My favorite thing about Great Tusk is that because his face is on the inside and not on the outside, like of his little trunky trunk.
Do you mean
He can't
um,
see shit.
Iron
You see
Treads?
what I'm yes. That it gives him this like cartoonish like Phineas and Ferb effect
Mm-hmm.
where if you look at him from 145-degree angle, it looks like he has one eye, like on the side, like he's a normal Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
If you look from the front, you can't see his
But
eyes.
you can't see his eyes. It's really funny.
It's
Like
so
they
funny.
designed him with like the Pokemon 45-degree angle like in mind, but then you look at him in 3D and you're like, "Oh my God, what monstrosity are you?" Like he just like doesn't look like Don Fan when you like get up in there.
Anyway,
I
what are we
love
thinking
I
about
love
this?
all the Don
What are we
fans.
thinking about this, Bones? What are your thoughts? Have a thought right now.
Um, you got a Fairy Dragon Steel.
True. Yep.
I think a solid ground type is always fantastic to have. I think Feeny, it's a good Pokemon. Um, does does Steel Roller exist in this game?
I think so. Max, you said that right.
Uh, Steel
Oh, you
Roller.
Iron
said Steel Beam.
Threads, Steel
Oh,
Beam,
still no, still
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
good
still beam.
because you often run him as a suicide lead on ladder,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
no.
because it's one of your more expensive guys in draft, you probably want to keep him around. This guy does have Steel Roller. I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you could use that as like your Nukeify move next to Feeny.
That's a special move,
Uh,
though, right?
Steel Roller is physical.
Oh, okay. That could be pretty solid for like one time,
Yeah.
like half a Z move almost.
hmm I think Flygon is great.
Yeah, Flygon's like budget dragon.
Movable. It has a ground immunity, which is really
You're always gonna be able to get some use out of Flygon.
yeah, it's
How
fine.
much it is will vary, but you'll never be like dead in water with him.
Hmm.
I think this
Yeah.
is super solid, but none of these mons jump out as like broken.
No, it's pretty mid. Like the whole thing's pretty mid, but like they
No,
all do their job.
I don't know. I'm really a big fan of Finny and Treads.
No,
I think they
I
can.
really love the core. I just like there's like a lot
Mhm.
of unfair things in the game, and and these are not
Yeah,
those.
No,
it's like a little
these are
honest.
very honest. These are honest guys.
But like it's also
But I
priced at
think
that. Like I think Treads is a little bit more dishonest than we give credit, and like Feeney and Flygon, they're not being priced as dishonest guys, so that's fine. I think
yeah,
this is the start of really good stuff.
I think yeah, I think the next three picks will really lay out the
Also,
landscape.
what's the so Misty Terrain like lowers the power of dragon type attacks, but I think Flygon because it's a levitator isn't affected? Question mark.
I believe so.
I thought, does it reduce your damage or how much they take? Because that
That
might
is a
be.
good question.
I don't remember. And doesn't
I
terrain just like completely shut down grass dragon moves?
n-
I'm
what do
pretty
you
sure
mean
it just
no?
like completely nullifies it. They can't
No,
use
it
it.
shouldn't.
No,
I might be capping. I
you
might
are
be
capping.
You're
capping.
capping. Capoeira.
I'm freaking capping.
Um,
Yeah,
Dragon
Mikado said in
Power,
chat it will avoid dragon moves
Dragon
weakened.
Power versus Grounded.
I don't think you have to keep looking into it. I'm pretty sure Nikata already looked into it, and he said that it will avoid the reduction.
Yeah, the way they list it out on Showdown like makes it not seem
Mm-hmm. Well, either way, I'm a
correct.
fan.
You can keep going. I'm just yeah, for
Oh,
my
okay,
own
yeah,
sake.
yeah. All right, we're on our last two. We got Siege with this two piece is fucking dreadful. King
Oh,
Gambit
I do
and
not.
Galarian Slowking is god-forsaken.
I would shoot my computer in half.
That's
Uh,
that's broken. And I also know what his fourth pick is, and I'm frustrated about that too, because there's a really cool synergy, but I'm not gonna reveal it.
honestly, King Gambit is also just reminder. King Gambit has access to knockoff and pursuit in this format.
Yeah, this is broken as shit. This is one of the unfair guys I just described.
This and Urshifu, I think, are like two guys that we could genuinely consider banning.
There is a shot that after this season, I want to ban King Gambit, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay,
It's like when you know it's
I would
coming. I
like
don't know if it's
to
worse, maybe.
two things.
Hmm.
One, Nankata is wrong about his
Oh.
own team. It has the power of dragon moves used against affected Pokemon. Like if you're grounded, you're affected by
Oh,
Ah,
but it has
okay.
it.
levitate.
Yeah.
Why did it make terrain so complicated?
Regardless of whether the user of the move is affected by Mystery
Ah,
Terrain.
well, that's something to keep in mind.
Um, if that's what he was saying, of course. I don't want to,
Presumably, but I
Um,
mean, dragon moves. How often is Flygon actually clicking dragon moves anyway?
right. Sheija's team, King Gambit is one of the pickable 200s that is very good at 200. It's great.
Oh, it's insane.
And it goes Brazington. And you got a budget, good.
Yeah, Serena's really
Ground
solid
resist.
down there. I think Glow King is incredible with King Gambit, just like getting it in. Like obviously they share um the ground weak, but that's like not the hugest issue.
Yeah, I mean, you get a flying type, you get a bulky water or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. The first two I'm popping off about. Serena, obviously, it's like a lower tier guy.
I think
Really
it's
solid, though.
good. I think it's really nice.
Rapid spin already, and like the grass moves
Yeah.
and such. Pretty epic.
I'm excited to see King Gambit pop off. I mean, last season it was drafted. So,
It wasn't drafted, you said?
King Gambit?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
King Gambit was drafted, but the person who got it got no wins.
Yeah, it
Oh.
happens.
So I'm hoping King Gambit like pops off
I want
because
to
I
see the
want
Siege
to see King
redemption
Gambit
arc.
pop
I
up.
think
So we
if
can
I want
ban it.
anyone to win besides me, it's definitely Siege.
Possibly.
You
I
don't need
also
any more
love
wins, bitch.
Glare.
You're doing fine.
I'm not talking about me. I'm running for Cookie. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see this pop off like a lot. I think King Gambit's like super broken with Hera.
Yeah, this is
Um,
like I was saying, like on the borderline of ban worthy potentially. We'll see.
and I love Glow King's design. Like, why are his eyes like that? That's terrifying. It's like-
Why him and King Gambit got their hands up like that?
Yeah, wait, why they
Oh,
got their
they're
hands exactly up like that?
I think because they both look like Sith lords, right?
Mm-hmm. They both be
They're like part of
commanding.
the same like supervillain like organization.
Like
But
they're
yeah,
both
we know
saying,
what King Gambit
"Hey
does,
you,
and we know
minion, go
what King
fetch my
does.
Nintendo Switch."
Hey, you.
And this is what we're talking about. There's a lot of people are like, yeah, offense, yeah, and then a lot of people are like, I'm never gonna die, and like doesn't like Sheej has like this Pokemon comes in, tanks a hit, Regenerator switches out, brings in a Pokemon that doesn't die in one hit and will six out your team,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like that's what you like. He it's like there's offense and defense in the same Pokemon,
Mm-hmm. One thing I'll
and that's
say,
really valuable.
obviously early on, but very slow right now. You have Sucker, but very slow right
Mhm.
now. Extremely.
You can trick room.
True. Oh fuck. Does Glowking get Trick Room?
It should.
I feel like it doesn't.
Regular one does.
Yeah, it does, but I feel like this one doesn't.
Why would it not?
Or it does and just doesn't have
Y- y-
teleport. Maybe that's what I was thinking about.
It has trick room. It doesn't have teleport, but
Yeah, now
it
it
has the
has
ice.
Chili. Yeah.
It has
Crazy.
actually.
Anyway, this team is broken, and I'm gonna have a nightmare. Let's talk about Giga, which is the last one.
Is the last one. I think it was kind of a down squad.
Yeah, Melmetal Torn is pretty sick. I think.
Yeah. Melly is a fucking brick shit house.
Like this Torn
A
in particular
brick
is not
shithouse.
fantastic, but
What
like
does that
still.
mean?
Torn and Araquanid are good speed control. However, Melmetal's not really a good speed abuser for it.
I think
I don't
you'll
know if
actually
that's
get a lot of
necessarily
value
true,
out of sticky web.
especially with Tailwind because it's double,
I
just like
think
one.
Tailwind, yeah, can push
Right,
Melmetal
Melmetal's
over.
really slow, right? Like super duper slow.
Like, I don't think webs are really
It's like
helping it too
50
much,
or
but
something.
Yeah. So I think what it really will help with, so Melmetal will live any fast offensive threat. It'll live one hit and then kill it. Any
Hmm.
slow bulky threat, Thunderous will T-wave it, and then Melmetal will outspeed it, and then Paraflinch with Iron
Mhm.
Bash.
Well, Melmetal also has Thunder Wave, like by itself.
True,
So you could
but
speed
you're
creep
not.
for any like mins,
Yeah.
like
And
like
like
whatever guy, like mid
underrated
speed guy.
is outspeeding like the mid speed bulky guys on the opponent's team because
Yeah.
like you being able to like threaten the flinches with double iron bash against all like their defensive pieces is what really breaks the team, I think.
Also, would like to say, like Double Iron Bash is fantastic. But into the right team comp, like if somebody has like and they're gonna come in on you every time, this thing has body press off of a base 140.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Somehow you are still cutting out, but not as bad, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Swag.
Anyway, this is pretty solid. I'd like to see what else happens.
Yeah.
I think Araquanid's great with melee. I think Torn I kind of sleep on in general, like at the base one.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah,
Definitely not bad.
no
Like I don't tend to
no.
like to go for it myself, but like it's definitely very useful.
Mm-mm.
All right, well that's it. And we have
That's
this
it.
little sheet that I have not seen before. So, yep, draft starts Friday. I think we're 10 a.m., yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna be working all weekend. I already took a vacation. I'm not doing shit.
Right. Well, we'll figure out who's doing what and when and where.
Um,
But yeah, these are like little tiny little draft things. Like everyone's on the clock for an hour. If you go over an hour, you get frozen, which means you get skipped by and you just send in your pick whenever you're back. And if you freeze a couple of times, we might reduce that to a half hour for you just to like move the draft along. And the draft will be roughly between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. every day. So we're trying to get it done before Monday.
all right,
So
who's everybody's favorite draft other than their own?
yes. Um,
I mean, what
when
do
I
you mean
say
favorite?
yes,
Like best? Like what do you think is the best, or like do you think is the coolest?
I don't care.
hmm,
Um, the
Best
best
or coolest. You can give
I would
both
still
if
say
you like.
cheese is the best.
it's
I
Sheej for
think the
me.
King Cambito is so broken.
Uh,
I, I think I like cheeses the best competitively. I think the coolest is I like Ninkata's the best. Even though I'm a Flygon hater, I will ignore it for Finny and Treads.
mm-hmm.
I think my two favorites are cheese and Nolan's. I think we're sleeping on Nolan's.
No, Nolan's I'm not sleeping on for sure.
I like it a lot. I hope he does well this season.
All right, I guess that's it. There'll be
All
announcements
right.
to come. We'll probably start. You can probably start sending your round fours like tomorrow or something, because next day is
Just
draft
send
anyway.
We'll
them.
we'll write them down. We'll write them
Just
down.
send
Yeah.
it if
We'll
you
write
got
them
them.
down.
Send them.
Just
You know
round
what
four,
I'm
not
saying?
anything else. Please don't overload us.
Well, you could like probably send your five if you have it, but like
I
it
would,
doesn't
yeah,
matter to have because we have the doc. It's like easy to put in.
yeah.
I'm
It's,
actually
it's
doing that
better to
right now.
go one at a time, and usually the person will, whoever's running it, will message you like, "Hey, do you have blank pick?" And because normally we only do one at a time in the normal draft just to have it all in
Um.
order. But sometimes, like when you're at the ends, you'll get double picked because that's just how it works.
I mean, I would like
But
when we're running it, like you can send in as many as you want. It's just um if you get sniped,
snipes,
you just gotta be
yeah,
around. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna be gone for a while, try and send in a couple, and then
oh yeah,
hopefully that works out for you,
Oh, are you
etc.
filling in? Are you filling in the document as we speak?
I am doing
No.
that
nice.
Anyway,
So
so they can
Thank
see what's
you.
taken already.
Max, can we get a couple of soundboard sounds to see us off?
All right, let me find some new ones. Hold on.
Some new ones.
Um,
Yeah. Let's go. Thank you for watching. It's been a blessing. You bitches better get your logos
I'm
in.
Goku.
No, not Goku. You bitches better get your team names in. And
Yeah.
whoa, that's really loud. And that's it. Everybody say bye. Everybody say bye.
Bye.